We're already live.
There
We're
you
another
go.
Tuesday night
Yep.
live.
We're doing it live. Doing it live.
All right. Loving life, loving live, because you never know what's going to happen. As we've seen on What the Fig Pin, anything and everything does happen live.
What the
So we're always
fig pin?
excited to be here on What the Fig Pin. Episode, what, 55 already?
55, man. Crazy, huh?
Wild. Time flies. I can't believe we've already done 55 of these. We missed everybody last week. We went ahead and took a little sciatica for what's the right word? Not a sciatica. That's an old man thing.
Sabbatical.
Sabbatical. There we go. The best part is I haven't even had any of my tequilas yet, so that's just tiredness coming in.
Yep.
We drove 2 days. You see Mama climbing on her hands and knees back here like a weirdo. She's trying to help me
Mama
out,
Huff,
get some
man.
backlight. Mama Huff. We gotta love Mama Huff. Oh man.
Too funny.
Well, welcome to another episode with the Fig Pin. John, how are you today? How have you been? What have you been up to since I last chatted with you?
So it's funny, and I'm not sure how often you, especially now that you're in Mexico right now, but I don't know how often this happens to you. But one day it's 50 and sunny here, and literally less than 12 hours later we have 6 inches of snow. So that was my day from yesterday to today. So it was
shorts and it's shoveling snow, huh?
shoveling snow today. Yep, that's welcome to the life of a Northeasterner.
Well, and that's the case. My life is similar, but the conditions are different. It goes from hot and sunny, sunshine, possibly getting a sunburn, to 70-mile-an-hour winds and you can't see 10 inches in front of your face, to driving 2 days across Mexico, to being back in shorts and t-shirt weather and it being absolutely phenomenal. So
Yeah,
that's kind of how we are.
yeah, man. It's been good here though. I mean, things have been going well. I know that right before we started, we were just talking about if you've seen Ant-Man. So I did get to take the fam to go see that last week, which I thought it was a great movie. I mean, I know it was definitely a fun for me to watch it, and
Nice.
make sure you stay for the mid and end credits. Just no spoilers,
Yeah.
no spoilers if you didn't see it, but there is a mid and end credit there. So
That's what I like to hear.
yep.
I always try to stay for those because I always leak good stuff. I think I was telling you a second ago, I think we saw it when we were passing the Cineplex. I think they're showing it here. So maybe we'll catch a movie. Casey, is it Tuesday or Wednesdays that are? I think tomorrow you can go see a movie for like $1 or something.
Really?
So might all go see it. Yeah.
So is it in subtitles though?
So that's actually the coolest thing about here. They have options, so you can watch it in Spanish, you can watch it dubbed, or they just play English. They just put it normally.
Yeah. Speaking of dubbed, I don't know if you're into Demon Slayer or not, but they just went ahead. They just went ahead and had this weekend the first episode. They made it like it was a movie, but it was the last 2 episodes of the Entertainment District or Entertainment Arc, and then they played the first episode of the new season. So I'm excited to go ahead and my son and I want to go see it. We were actually planning to go today, but with his music stuff, it was just too much going on this afternoon to go ahead and take advantage of the $5 movies with our Cinemark next to us. So we're excited to go ahead and get to see that though. But I'm hopefully it's going to be an amazing season. I can't wait for it to come out.
And speaking of all kinds of cool seasons and stuff, have you been catching up and staying up with The Last of Us?
Oh my gosh, man. Did you see that last episode?
I did not, like last night, right? I haven't seen that one yet.
Dude,
I was driving, or 2 nights ago.
It is like such a mind meld episode where like you really have to go ahead and pay attention to like what's happening to really understand the brevity of the situation. And just like the whole thing that happens, and like then the culmination of like what happens at the end of it, and you're just like, oh my god, these people are like literally nuts. It was a good episode last night, man.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch it because the last one I saw, of course, was before she left on her adventure with her old best friend and they were at the mall. That was the last one I saw.
Yep.
So that is cool. Have you gotten to catch up on the first, maybe even second episode now of Mandalorian?
It comes out tomorrow, the second episode. So yes, I did watch the first episode. Yeah, man, I like totally amazing. And it's funny going ahead and seeing some people like question like, oh, when did he get Grogu back? And it's like, yeah, you had to go ahead and watch Mando 2. I mean, I'm sorry, not Mando 2.5, the Book of Boba Fett, to go ahead and know that they got reunited, in that series. So yeah, I was excited for Mando, man. We watched it the minute we got home. I was even trying to convince everyone in the family to get up super early on Wednesday last week before school to go ahead and start watching it, but no one wanted to get up early. So
oh man, I haven't gotten to see it yet. That's always kind of one of my things is I'll definitely like to binge watch stuff because it's been so long now. You just reminded me you had to watch the Book of Boba Fett, and now I'm kind of like going back. I'm like, what the heck did happen, and when did they find him? So I'm probably gonna have to do a little refresher to myself so I make sure I'm all caught up. But they're great episodes, so I won't have a problem watching it. With that, kind of like jumping a little out of queue, but do you think we're gonna have some epic new Mando FiGPiNs coming out?
oh well, I do see Eric in the sorry, not Eric, Derek in the chat.
Derek. What's
So
up, Derek?
I mean, if you want to at least just say like give a thumbs up if there is more Mandalorian FiGPiNs or not, that would be amazing. But I would hope so. I really would hope that they give us some more Mando pins.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's feasible pin style and art, but I just have been, because I haven't seen the newest episode yet, but I keep seeing basically Grogu in his little capsule, right? And they're flying in the spaceship. And I think that'd be a pretty neat little pin if like you could see him cruising along in it and you just see him looking out the window. Like that'd be a pretty dope little pin.
Yep.
Maybe an XL version or something.
I like Eric does this emoji. He's like,
I wonder. Well,
before we go ahead and get any further, we totally forgot to say hi to the chat, man.
Oh man, what's up, people?
So our very first comment was the iconic pew pew from Van Harris. Frozen Sith, what's up? Colton, Kirkpatrick, Steven, Pinup, Queen Nerd, Animus, Cnes, Asher, Jason, Nelson, what's up, man? I'm sure he's excited from ECC this past weekend with those Kang and Kodos.
Yeah. Man, those
Austin Reed, as always, appreciate reminding everyone to smash that like button for us. Brad Gallagher, Getty Up. L, Queen Nerd again. Midnight Geek, what is up, man? Dan Carroll says the art behind Battle makes him look like he has wild hair. That is true. So hey, screenshot that thing so we can go ahead and make some more memes for him.
So for the people who don't know, of course, I'm trying to pay a little bit of tribute to the last time I was here. I don't remember who it was. I'll have to go look at Twitter and all that, but somebody had copped a little screenshot with this behind me saying I look like one of the latest Dragon Ball pins that came out at the time.
There you go, yeah. I believe it was Professor FiGPiN that went ahead and did the screenshot, if I remember correctly, yep. But we have Asher 97. I'm not sure if I've seen that.
I don't remember Asher.
Yeah. Zero, welcome. Ruben Reyes, One Shot Customs. Derek, welcome to the show. As always, my friend, it's a pleasure to have you here. Yeah, I mean, lots of awesome people. Matt Lee.
Lee, what's up?
Very cool.
One Shot Customs. I'm interested. I wonder what that is. I don't remember chatting with him yet. We'll have to figure out what he's about.
Yeah, I think that username actually has a couple of different ones. I think that might be their business one. They come on their personal one, so he might have logged in with his business one first.
Nice.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
So, man, well, what do you want to talk about first? I mean, I know obviously this weekend was a huge weekend for FiGPiN, right?
It was huge. It was huge indeed.
Huge.
Man, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's get into ECC. Let's talk about some cons of 2023.
Yeah, man, that's great. So first, I mean, shout out to Midnight Geek, keeping everyone abreast that was not able to go ahead and, be at the con with all his coverage. So definitely thank you so much for, going live and all the pictures. Also tag him. I know that he went ahead. I don't know if you saw his story yesterday, but Amato going ahead and throwing the FiGPiN sign to the ground because it was broken. So that was pretty cool too.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yep. Yeah. So it was lots of fun. But Midnight Geek, man, thank you so much for, all that you did to, bring us a little taste of what the con was, with all that you did.
Was it the big like plastic fig pin one? Which one did
Uh,
he throw?
yes, I guess it was like the one that's kind of like right above them. So he said that there was one of the letters was broken, and that's why he did it. So yeah.
Oh man. Well, kind of speaking into that, from the videos I saw, and I believe they even made an announcement. What wasn't that one of their biggest booths set up so far?
If I remember correctly, and I know that Dan and I spoke about this, I'm pretty sure it was a 30 by 30 space. And it looked like
Man,
they used the space diagonally. So it wasn't like, they didn't make an L out of it or a full square of that. So it looked like it was definitely pretty cool space. To my understanding, there was also two sides to the booth. So they had one side where they were doing their exclusives, and then the other side was kind of like getting to know about the app, chatting about FiGPiN, and then going about doing battles. And they also had, again, if I remember correctly from what I was shared with, they also had that side for selling non ECC exclusive pins there as
okay.
well. So they had brought other inventory there to go ahead and be able to sell, to show people, some of their other lineups and licenses that they do have.
That's actually really, really cool. That's actually a really clever idea of not only doing the exclusives, because that is an excessive line a lot of the times, especially in the beginning. But if people wanted to check out some of their other stuff that weren't necessarily exclusives, that really could help move the line along.
Yep.
Man, I know that some of the people in the videos that people shared, the way that they set the booth up, they had mounted TVs this time. I know I saw a board that said, make sure you check out our app. They, of course, have the posters of some of their exclusive pits that looked really cool. And maybe you know a little bit more about this, or somebody in the chat can chime in, but it looked like they had more than just their standard, boards with the characters on them. It looked like they actually had a couple cut out, like of Korra, Legend of Korra, the new one that came out for that. And they, instead of just like the rectangular board, they actually had the cutout ones of them.
Yeah, so they did have all of their pins for the con exclusive. They had those cutouts of them. And then they still have the, iconic rectangular ones as well. And the only reason why I know that is because, well, not only just by looking at it, but Midnight Geeks, video share with doing the giveaway for the poster raffle at the end of the con on Sunday. So those were definitely awesome. I did like how the cutout was. So, congratulations to all those winners.
That was really, really cool. I remember watching a FiGPiN official video on Instagram. For everybody who hasn't followed, look them up, like, follow, share. They were doing their, I don't know if it was the end of the second day, maybe it was even the end of the con, I don't recall. But they were doing some raffles, they were doing some giveaways. And then I saw kind of some of the people you saw. I saw Tag 'em in there, I saw Lee in there, I saw who else? I saw Breckenville was in there, so that was really cool to see. I shot out a bunch of
Fat
people.
Fong was there.
Yep.
Fat Fong, yeah.
Who else? Why am I missing everybody? I'm trying to recall. Of course, Levi was in there. Who were some of the other ones? Oh, Zero, we saw him on there. Yep. I did a couple other shout outs. I just can't recall off the top of my head. But yeah, so
there was Johnny from Tag 'em that was helping. Jason, from FiGPiN itself. All usernames taken was there. So, they had their, their big team there.
Good old Charles was there. I saw him having some fun. That was really fun. Charles put out a really good video of Levi dancing in the back. I like that one. What else? Man, I just thought they did some good stuff. It looked like a lot of fun. I wish I could have traveled to that one. That would have been a really cool one to see. What else did I see him do that I thought was actually really, really cool? I wish I'd have seen a little bit more. And again, it's probably my fault. I haven't been able to watch the videos as long as I did, but I was hoping that I saw a little bit more about they were doing check-ins for battles. And then I think they had a little battle arena set up there that people I don't know exactly, but I know you
So
can check
I
it
know
and
that
get
they
some
were going
points
ahead and
then
having, just people, as they were talking about battles, they were having the opportunity to show what battles looked like. And I think if I remember, it was it THX and Breck, maybe they were doing a battle together. I think I saw that screenshot of them like
nice.
kind of battling each other. So that was cool. Yeah, I mean it was cool to see that they also had the Go Fig thing. So I mean we'll talk about that because I know that it was kind of an elephant in the room thing that happened there. I know the highest amount of points that I seen on one pin was about 950 for the Go Fig attendance thing. To my understanding, though, that all of those pins went ahead and got, which I think that there might have to go ahead and be some thoughts, about how to go ahead and handle this in the future. But if you went ahead and went past 100, they just dropped you back to 100, which I think might be a little bit unfair because it should really go ahead and drop you back to whatever your first spin of the wheel was, or however, whatever box goes ahead and gets selected. Because if you got 20 the first one, it should drop you down from whatever you went past to go ahead and get to that first one. But I was happy to. Go ahead.
I think that might be how it is.
Okay.
I don't recall, but I have this vague recollection of when we were at Flap when that first Go Fig was out. I think I was doing a few things because I had done it for myself, just like because I was in view, and I was like, man, I really need to get this on film. That's when I went ahead and put it again, and I think all usernames have told me like, hey, like we'll put it on there again, but I'm gonna scrub it in a couple days, and it's gonna go back to that first one. And I was like, hell yeah, like I don't even care. This is really cool. I just wanted to do it again so we could get it on camera. So
yep. And Midnight's also sharing that it was the first one that was stuck, but I unless maybe the ones that I saw were lucky enough to get 100, that I saw, but I know that I did see the numbers drop from whatever crazy amount that it was above down to 100. So maybe there was just those few lucky that I was the one that was looking at that got, yeah.
Who's to say? Yep. Who's to say?
But yeah, I mean, hey, look, the thing that I was excited about was they had brought it to an event. So it's cool that they're going ahead and having that, like, ability to add a pin and have it, get some extra points. And then obviously that ties into battles because if you get another great score there, it gives you another opportunity to multiply that huge number by one of your factory scores. So definitely fun.
And I know we talked about it many, many moons ago when we first started doing this, but that I believe is their, first go arounds and even possibly their where we were basically doing check-ins, right? Like I bought this pin at ECC and then I got these extra bonus points. I got these extra bonus points because I was actually there. I attended, I got these extra points on it from there, and those points should probably always follow that pin. So let's say it's traded in the future. Well, this pin was at ECC or, wherever you checked in from. So I always thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. I like that history that's involved and the tracking of where the pin's been, like, are you the first one to find it? The second one, has it been traded? Where all different cons is it seen? So I think that's really cool.
Yep. Now there was a surprise at ECC. I know that they also they dropped the Naruto glowing fig pin there. I believe they announced that maybe on Thursday or Friday, so that they had that extra pin as part of their lineup for ECCC. But then I'm pretty sure it was our friend Wookie Pool that posted first about the Minecraft pins.
Yep.
So how amazing is that they went ahead and they announced new pins at a con, and this, I believe it's tomorrow. So if you are interested in Minecraft and want to go ahead and make sure you're checking out FiGPiN, you have all of the great retailers, just to name a few off the top of my head. Shop Tag, Pins on Fire, Pops and Pins, Plastic Empire, Nerds That Collect, even. So go ahead and make sure that you're checking those guys out, because tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll have the 3 Minecraft pins that were dropped at ECCC. Did you, by chance, go ahead and look up, just search when you open up the app, Minecraft on the main page, and there are 2 extra Minecraft pins that were not shown at ECCC?
Man, couldn't even. There was what, 3 shown?
There was 3 shown. Yep.
And so let me get this right. Were they actually available at the con?
I believe that they were very small quantities available.
Very cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I don't really know anything about Minecraft, so I don't think I really paid too much attention to it. Although, what was that, like Pickle Rick? Well, do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my gosh, battle there. That's the creeper. It's not Pickle Rick.
Pickle Dick Creeper. What is it?
It's a creeper. Yeah. So they went ahead and they had the creeper, Alex and Steve available, which are the two. Those are the 2 main characters, Steve and Alex. And then the other 2 that were not showcased was the skeleton and the zombie. That was, and I'm looking right at the app right now, so you might not be able to see it because of that. But these 2, when you search Minecraft, are the other ones. The glare is going to go ahead and stop it from being able to look at it. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. So I wonder where those 2 pins are going to go ahead and show up. Let's go ahead and I didn't actually take a look. So you're looking at a volume size of 1250 for those pins, and 1,000 for the creeper, and then it looks like 1,000 for the other ones. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting that there's some new pins that are coming up.
I don't get it at all, but I know. Yeah, I know it's a thing. The world is a weird place these days. I got a weird personal story from my cousin. I guess it's like my second cousin, but yeah, I'll go into that a different time. Not
no worries, man.
Not for the show.
Are you talking about your cousin being a creeper? Or that was kind of a weird,
probably
segue
because basically, I mean, I think she's about to graduate from high school or something now, but it was over the last holidays. We were all getting together. All the family was hanging out. And we would all go to dinner, and we all try to spend the holidays together. And she was like, I finally get to meet my boyfriend. My boyfriend's coming down, this and this and that. And we were like, you have a boyfriend? But she never met him. And she's like, well, I met him on Minecraft, and I've been talking to him for like 1.5 years now or something. And he actually flew in and spent the holidays with us. And if you understand anything about my family, they're funny. Like, they're not necessarily rude, but we don't hold our tongue for very much. And like, he gets off the plane, my actual cousin, it's his daughter. He's like, let me see your ID. What's your name? Let me make sure I know where you're from. Like I'm gonna let you come over, but we're gonna do this the certain way. So he kind of got the 5th degree off the bat, and yeah, it was strange, but it was all because of Minecraft. It's like, goodness gracious.
Hey, yeah. Let me ask you a question. When you're looking at your app and you have, I don't know how you have your sorted, but I have mine sorted by most recent, right? So whenever, either a cohort hits or when a chrono is coming up, do you, especially if it's a first claim for you, you're just like, oh my God, man, I can't believe it's been 2 or 3 years since I unlocked that pin.
Yeah.
And it just yeah, I mean, as I opened it, I went to my page and I'm looking at the My Hero Academia box set. This is showing me what, man? Oh, I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure I have
3 years
box
that
set.
This would have been unlocked. So
I don't think mine was the first unlock, but I'm pretty sure I have that box set, and I highly doubt it's in my app.
Really?
I don't know if I've ever checked the scores on that box set.
Bro, you gotta go ahead. It's so close to 90%, man.
Oh, well, it's been unlocked because I bought it prior. So I know they've been in the UR, but I have never added them to mine.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hell, maybe they're in somebody else's account still. I don't know.
So I just seen Getty up, and of course he goes ahead and says, do you know what we need as Power Rangers? And I just had this very weird thing, and I thought maybe a cool thing to go ahead and do. Obviously it would take some time and maybe a lot of patience as a collector. But FiGPiN assigns a color to every con that they go to, and they only release that color Ranger at that con.
Oh man, that would take forever. I'd be so dead. But if it was like a special like glitter one or something, I'd be down.
Yeah. Something fun that they would do with it. But yeah, I mean, I think that would be fun. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait for Power Rangers also, man. I remember growing up watching that, and that was back when if you missed an episode, you might never have seen that episode again when you were a kid. So
yeah, on the normal TV, you never knew what they were going to come back on. Man, I was actually just looking at some Green Ranger stuff today. Funny enough, for anybody who follows, right, that Legend of the White Dragon is supposed to be dropping from Bat in the Sun sometime very soon. So I've been kind of counting the seconds, minutes, hours to when that drops. I think that's going to be all kind of really cool. I have a couple other pins from, oh heck, maybe somebody in the chat can help me. A couple of the Legend, the LLT, Legend of the White Dragon pins that have already come out. I bought a couple of those. I actually had a couple of them signed by Jason when I met him in Albuquerque. So I was excited about that. I definitely love some FiG pins of those as well. But yeah, man, anything Power Rangers I'd be down for. Like I think Getty and I probably even said it on this, like how cool would it be if the logos came out for them and they were like the Dragon Dagger, like what was the White Tiger's dagger, like Saba, something like that came out. Oh, is that the one that you won?
Yeah.
That was from the Pins on Fire drawing that Alerts did from the order numbers.
Yep. I was just flashing on the screen because CD's Collectibles went ahead and said that we just reminded him to go purchase his Turtle Chases. So
oh, good. Yes, definitely purchase those chases if you want them. Anything you want to touch on as far as like the Power Rangers before we go on to chases?
No, yeah, I think we're good with that, man. I'm excited. Either way, Power Rangers is going to be awesome no matter what they do with it. So I'm excited for them to come out.
Well, my brain went 3 other places. You're showing the Ninja Turtles. You were the first one to actually send it to me. That new Power Ranger or TMNT poster that came out, a new movie. It looks like. What is it called? Mutant Mania Madness.
Mutant Mayhem. Yep.
Man,
I don't know if you looked any into it, but they announced the cast for it. Did you see who Splinter is? Jackie Chan.
Oh fuck yeah.
They have Seth Rogen. Oh my gosh, man, is Rocksteady or Bebop is going to be John Cena. I can't remember who, but John Cena is going to voice one of those guys. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty cool.
That's funny. Dude, I'm excited. It looks the art cover right off the bat looks like it's going to be a good one. So I hope they come through and do some good stuff. I don't know if anybody out there is comic book readers, but I've been picking up the new The Lost Years of The Last Ronin. I've been trying to keep up with it's called like the Pregame and Alliance. Anyway, a couple different Ninja Turtle comics lines that Jay Rutoy has been helping me try to stay up on. So I'm excited to kind of see where some of those storylines go. Back to the chases, of course, the Turtles every Monday, you flip them for a chance to win some of those white chases with the red band, which looks really cool. We have some new chases in the lineup with those NBA pins that have now dropped. We got some NBA superstars that also qualify every Monday for a chance to chase. I don't think I've seen anybody post those yet.
Because I think that the launch date was just this past weekend. And then the next chase chance, the first chase chance will be this coming Monday.
Excellent. Well, hey, good luck to everybody who's trying to get some of those. Those are gonna be cool looking pins.
Definitely, for sure. Yeah. It's fun to see them growing their sports line. I really hope that they're able to go ahead and branch off into, other sports outside of MLB and NBA. Well, although those are amazing sports, but I'm sure it's probably NFL licensing is probably really tough to go ahead and get with, but it would be great to go ahead and see them branch into that.
Need some hockey players. That'd be
yeah,
super
man.
fun.
It would be awesome. It'd be cool to see what they can do with the sports line for sure.
I wonder, like, how crazy they could get into. Like, would we see some soccer? Could we see some polo? Could we see some, some crazy Olympic sports? So,
Yep.
An Olympic line would be sweet. That'd be cool.
For sure. Yeah. My gosh, man, I just had a brain fart. I can't remember what I was going to go ahead and say. I don't know. Whatever. It's all right. I know we were talking about Disney also a little bit. So Wave 4, Disney park pins, as well as, Shop Disney and Shop Disney UK pins. It's so crazy how big of a lineup this is. I was writing this down, I'm like, I can't believe that this wave has this many pins to it. But we have Moon Knight, Anakin, Ahsoka, Ursula, Ariel, Oswald and Hortensia, Mickey and Minnie in the 100-year outfits, and then She-Hulk. That's just for the Disney park pins in the US.
Dang.
Now you have the UK exclusives of Captain RX-24, Luke carrying Yoda, and then the Everest and Matterhorn Yetis.
Those are really cool.
So, and I do know, I don't remember who the user was, but I know FiGPiN Alerts. So shout out to FiGPiN Alerts for always going ahead and staying on top of this stuff. But he shared that Ahsoka and Anakin were found today at Disney World. And then I believe he posted a little bit later that they were also found at Disneyland. So those two pins have been found and are available.
Heck yeah. Maybe you know a little bit more about this. It sounds to me like they're just originally released Shop Disney UK, and then they get trickled down to the States. Is that kind of, or are they going to solely be?
Yeah, and I know that. So some of those pins that I did share, I think that they might have also been on Shop Disney UK. I know that the Mickey and Minnie pins, they were, I think we first found them on the Shop Disney UK site. But then I know that they also have been released on the US side of things as well. So I'm not sure if the other ones are going to, so like the Captain RX-24, the Luke carrying Yoda, or the Yetis are going to go ahead and have that opportunity. I know that obviously FiGPiN was talking about going to, Star Wars Celebration, which is being held in London this year. I'm not sure if they have still plans for that. And I don't know, maybe if this is their way of, if they're not able to go ahead and have a presence at the con, they're still going ahead and showing, their love for FiGPiN in the UK. They were doing it through those, Shop Disney and park exclusive.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
man, I'm super excited. I thought that Yoda, Luke with Yoda was super fun. Taking it back to when he's carrying him around, trying to lift that fighter out of the swamp.
Yep.
One of my favorite memories from Disney, of course, was building the lightsaber in the workshop, and then of course getting into the cantina. Olga's cantina is super fun. Trying all the different drinks and foods there was super cool. Nice. And of course, one of the first times we went in, Casey and I get to sit up right in front of DJ Rex, and I'm telling you, he knows how to throw a party. So I really like that pin. I'm excited to get that one in hand. Another one, this one's been out for a while, although I haven't seen too many people post, or I guess it was probably just my fault, but I haven't seen too many in the UR. But man, the Haunted Mansion movie's been dropped. And then, of course, how do you say it? The hat box hat.
Hat box. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, I love that FiGPiN. One of our favorite rides is the Haunted Mansion, of course. So I'm excited to see that little head glow and that little setup on that pin. I'm super excited for that.
Well, hold on a second.
Come along.
Mike Carrier. Well, first, welcome Mike to the chat here. Mike Carrier is saying, did we see that someone won the White Yeti AP at ECCC? I did not see that. So that's cool that someone went ahead and was able to win that pin.
That's such a cool pin. I really like the way they came out.
And I assume that I assume Austin is the new owner of that pin because he writes one and trade it to someone in this chat. So congratulations to
hell yeah.
Yep. But pretty cool, man.
Dang.
That's awesome. The White Yeti's already out there, man.
Sweet. Man, and then like you said, Oswald's coming out. Like, yeah, there's so many good pins coming out. It's hard to keep up with. I know we've been getting those Star Wars, Clone Wars. I know Even just dropped their latest one like a week or two ago. That was slightly behind the rest of the others. You know what I'm talking about?
Again? Say it again.
Even dropped their exclusive.
Oh yeah, the
Clone Wars.
the Pre-Vizsla pin. Yep. I believe that was just this past weekend, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And then remind me, it was Tag 'em, Pops and Pins, and
Pins on Fire.
Pins on Fire had the 3 Disney monsters.
They had the Kingdom Hearts Halloween Town stuff. Yep.
Dude, those ones were so cool looking. Those ones are neat.
Yep. And I know it's the username is Skirt. He wound up getting let me see, because he reached out to me asking for some help with boosts. He wound up getting the Goofy Last Chopper Out.
Oh, that's right. He sent me those messages. He was talking to me about that, and he was saying like he opened one of the first one and it was like $9.99 or $9.98, and then his other ones were pretty good. And then all of a sudden he looked at the last one and it was Last Chopper Out. It ended up being an epic pin.
Definitely very cool. Well, I stand corrected. Austin was just a witness to the deal going down. So Mike Carrier is the one that now is the owner of that White Yeti pin. So congratulations, Mike, man. It's definitely an awesome collector to have that pin for sure. And definitely an awesome
I'm coming for you. I want it. I'm coming for you. Don't unlock it. Just kidding.
Yep. That's fun, man.
This is, I don't know why it reminded me, it kind of hurt my heart again, but what about that surprise gold drop that I love gold so much that happened last Thursday?
The
Friday?
Batman drop. Yeah, man. That's another, another great 500 lot size pin. So that's amazing.
Love it.
And yeah, so if I remember correctly, that was originally slated for NYCC, and then it never showed up. So it was interesting to see how how all of a sudden it was just like kind of a mystery drop, especially like as the con was happening, right? So that was fun,
man. And the worst part about it, I was at work. I don't remember exactly. Work has been bananas. I actually had to run a whole new tool string I've never run before. I reached out to my boss about 2.5 days before I had to run it, and I was like, "Hey, man, I've never run this tool before. I've heard it's on its way. Like, send help." And all his send help was like a 2.5-page written document of just like best practices. And I was just like, oh God. So I ended up finding the manual, reading it and putting it all together, and knock on wood, I haven't checked in the last couple of days, but I think it got us there. So I was happy that worked. But what the story was I'm pretty sure trying to set that tool up, and I was worried about it because I never have done it before. And I actually saw on FiGPiN official's Twitter that something, it only shows me the preview. So it's like FiGPiN has posted on Twitter this and that. And then of course I saw alerts, and then FiGPiN fan and all them get their little Autobots and all that. And I was like, oh, cool. And I'm thinking it was for the con or something. And I didn't get to it right away. I was in the middle of something. I probably checked 20 minutes later, and I saw some people starting to chat about it. And I looked and I saw it was Batman. And I was like, oh yeah, this is what's up. And then I saw it was limited 500. Then I saw people saying, dude, it was gone in like 2 minutes and all that stuff. And it was like, oh man, like what a good Batman to have too. But thankfully people in the community, shout out, always trying to help other collectors out. So thank everybody for helping them. If it wasn't your favorite pin, but also if you knew somebody who's looking for it, we appreciate you all very, very, very much.
Definitely very cool. Yeah, I mean, it was. I see a lot of people in the chat going ahead and saying they missed it as well, or that they weren't able to grab it. So, hopefully, if you are searching for it, that you're able to go ahead and find it. I know that there's a lot of great community members that will go ahead and help you out and try to give it to you for the best price possible.
That is crazy to think, though, that an LE 500 sold out in just a few minutes. I think it had a quantity of 1, right? Or did it have, or were you able to buy 2 of them?
I believe it was just 1.
So that's even crazy. I mean, those are really fun drops if you can get in on it.
Yep. So, here's the crummy thing is, it was one of the few times while I was at work with the most recent drops that I was able to actually like look at my phone, and I was like, oh, let me go ahead and share this. And I shared it, and then I went to go purchase mine, and I'm like, I can't believe it's sold out already. I was like, no, why did I share it first?
Oh man, yeah, that's always tough. But man, that was a good one. My heart was a little hurt on that one because I do love my Batman, but I think I'll be able to find one coming my way thanks to the community and
for sure. So I also forgot to mention that when we're talking about battles, a friend of the show has shared with us, a sneak peek for his tutorial for arenas. And so Professor FiGPiN, I went ahead and I just posted in the chat the YouTube link for his arena tutorial. Probably out of the few that I've seen, one of the best put together at this point for sure. So yeah, I mean, make sure you're going ahead and checking that out. But it's definitely
shout out to Professor for doing that. That's supposed to be my job. That's supposed to be my domain. But man, I'll give my hat off to him. He did a wonderful job, did a lot of good time into it. I haven't had the time to do it. So thankfully somebody else out there is covering it. Arenas has been fun. I think there's definitely some changes that need to be made in the future at some point once I have a better direction for it. But man, I'm excited. I haven't had to battle very much yet, but some of those people who already have tons of them in, they've already actually been able to max out their pin, how they do it, I'm not sure. But man, that is super cool. I'm excited to see where those go.
And I'll say I was finally able to get my my Chase Black Widow number 399 of the Hot Topic Lot B out of 18, first off the line Black Widow up to 20. In the battle arena thing, which is, I guess, really I only won 15 times, right? Because they give you the first 5 additional points. But she's looking mighty fine when it's, when you get those points finally calculate and, it starts building up that score. So I'm excited to see what she looks like when I'm able to finally get her to 100 and have that score go ahead and definitely hopefully be well over 5,000, 50,000.
I obviously haven't been throwing hard enough hooks and uppercuts because the 2 pins that I've started dabbling with fighting, it's like I think I got 5 points on them still. I think my very first one where I was just going all for it, I randomly did the boost, like double down boost. So I lost all my boosts on him. And then I lost enough times where I didn't have any more points and I went and got more points. And it took them all the way down even more. I think maybe I did that first. Maybe I got more points. So I took it from 100 to 95. And then I did the double down and I lost all my boost on it.
Oh, man.
And so,
it's funny is that I'm still, obviously I'm still playing around with it, still trying to figure it out. But, you would think, I have 2 100s and an 85 in my story score. And the factory scores are, 20, 18, and 60. So it's pretty tough pin to go ahead and beat. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, what am I doing wrong that I'm coming up with some losses? And obviously that rando thing definitely helps a lot, for sure. And I've won plenty of times because my pin has an 8, that pin has an 8 in the serial number. So there's been plenty of times where if the 8 didn't come up as 8,000, I would have lost the battle still. So it's definitely saved me the rando piece of it. but yeah, I mean, it's interesting and exciting to go ahead and see like kind of the strategy you have to play with it.
Absolutely, yeah, and I mean, I think one of the things, I haven't messed with it too much, so I don't know for sure. I think if you put a bunch of pins in Autobot, like where it's unmanned and you're picking the same ones over and over, and I don't know exactly how that works. But that's where some of that strategy can, if somebody's battling you over and over and they realize like, oh, you're playing your strong one round one, your weakest one round two, they can adjust, they can take the L, play a really low score when you're playing your highest one, and then come back and beat you on the next two highs.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think that's when it's a live battle like you and I at it right now. It's a little bit of a game of chess, because it's just like, all right, Goku's man. When you gonna hit me with that 8K? Like, I'm gonna just try to throw one in on you and then come back for the second rounds. But
Yep.
yeah, it's kind of fun. It's interesting to see how it's all gonna play out.
Yeah, I mean, look, so I mean, even still with I never play my rando when I'm doing my 60 times 100 because I have a 6,000 score right there. You know, so I rarely ever try to do rando with that when I'm putting those out there. But yeah, I mean, it's still tough when you have, I mean, even 20 times 100, it's only 2,000. So, you know, you got to really go ahead and pay attention. Like, hey, like, when do you want to play this? Is it the first round? Should I go ahead and see what they're doing? You know, I mean, so yeah, it's interesting. It hurts though when you have a 6,000 point pin, you know, point rounds, and you wound up losing because
and get smushed. Yep.
Because the rando went ahead and put their number in the thousands place that was higher than 6. So,
Absolutely.
But it's fun. It's a good time. But I agree.
Yeah,
I think that there's some things that can go to be changed, and you know, there's sometimes, and especially I'm not sure how, like, still trying to figure that piece of it out. But like when you actually get into the arena and you see that there's FiGPiNs in there, but then you go to like do a match and then it just kicks you out saying there's no FiGPiNs available. So I'm just like, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong or how, like, what's the, you know, procedure here to actually get the battle.
Right. And I don't know that exactly yet, but I'm sure that'll be worked out very soon. Or maybe it's just a volume thing. Maybe just enough people aren't on continually through the day that when you happen to just jump on, you know, maybe they're not there or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So Pipsqueak, man, that really hurts. So Pipsqueak says my Excel sheet was not matching my score in the app and it was killing me. Finally realized the ultras that I battled with affected the pins that I had the power to the pin on. So yeah, I mean, Pipsqueak, me and Battle definitely feel you when the Excel spreadsheet's not right, because I know I spent a lot of time on my spreadsheet. And then Jay Cora goes ahead and says, who has used their boost and lost that round? I'm pretty sure it was found out pretty quickly. Don't use your boosts because you go ahead and that really stinks, that you, especially if you had 100 boosts. I mean, if you have a pin that's in there that has maybe 1 or 2 boosts and it's giving you 2 times the amount, yeah, go for it, man. Like, what? There's nothing to lose there. But if you have a maxed out pin and you're going ahead and losing all those boosts, then all it's doing is giving you 2 times the amount. Like, that's definitely tough. So,
and maybe the day will arise where that will be a necessary feature. At the current time, I can't see a huge use case scenario for that.
Yeah.
I myself kind of think, like, let's say they get into straight up battle arena tournaments and you're down, you know, you've won all your challenges, you've gone through all your brackets, and now you're head to head championship round. You and me are battling it where, you know, tied up, 1 win, 1 loss, and the next one gets it. And it's like, you know what? I know what you're gonna play your high card. I gotta beat it. If you get lucky on the rando or whatever, it's like, I'll burn through my 100 boosts just to double down and maybe win the championship and collect my battle pass or something, you know. But other than that, I haven't come up with the best use case for that yet.
So, and I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but now I'm trying to find the pin because Colton is saying he doesn't think that you can use 2x boosts without having it be max boosted. So I want to see if I can find a pin that isn't max boosted that has just a few boosts on it.
That kind of makes sense.
which is going to be tough because I don't remember a pin that I have.
Here, I have plenty of non-boosted pins. I got you.
Oh, okay, I found one. Oh, but I don't want to go into the arena right now. I don't want to do that right now. But yeah, that's interesting. I have to go ahead and check that out. Levi just joined us, man. How's it going? Yeah, I definitely agree that there's a lot of people that went ahead and used their boosts in battle in arenas and didn't realize that they'll lose all of them. So, yeah, I mean, lesson learned, I guess, right? Pretty quickly though.
Hey, that's what you get to do for pushing the buttons. It's all worth it.
Yep. Definitely fun. Yeah, Levi, and to everyone that was at the events for FiGPiN, just wanted to go ahead and share our appreciation for all the work that goes into not just this con but all the cons. So Levi, Jason,
Charles,
all
usernames is taken.
Username taken. Amato, everyone that was there, everyone that was volunteering. Just want to go ahead and give our appreciation to you for doing such a great job and taking the time to make a fun thing for everyone.
Like I said, my thanks is for Charles posting that Levi dance. That was my favorite.
Yeah, definitely. So the one thing that I did have a critique about, and this is for Fat Fong, was and this is just learning from Levi here. You have to shout a little bit louder when you're calling those numbers, man. It was hard to hear, and when he was calling the raffle numbers, I couldn't hear. I even listening to the video, I was like, man, what number did he say? Yep. So Levi, man, yeah, Anime Expo next, man, cool. Well, we're excited to go ahead and see you there for sure, man. Is Anime Expo in New York, Levi, or is that a traveling one? I think that's pretty much everything that we had talking about, right? I think we talked about NBA. We talked about ECC. We talked about Disney. We talked about the Star Wars stuff with the Pre-Vizsla. Yeah, I think that we chatted about everything. Oh, it's in LA. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ellen, Levi. Appreciate you guys.
Man, it's been a little hectic, but I know we try to reach out, but by all means, everybody who watches the show and wants to even just share their story or their pins, feel free to reach out to us. Let us know you want to chat and just kind of nerd out with us on a Tuesday night, because I know we've been looking for some people. I think it's partly my bad for not being able to reach out as much as I should to get some people on. Sometimes I think it's just a bandwidth thing. Not that we didn't personally not reach out to you because we didn't want to chat with you. It's just like, I haven't got to it this week. So by all means, if anybody wants to come on and chat with us, please let us know. I know I was chatting with, I wish I remember what her real name was, but Ochiba Wolf, the one that did the Sailor Moon box set. I know that we soft scheduled her in for sometime in the beginning of April. And I forget who, if anybody, we have scheduled for the upcoming, but I know people always say, oh, I'm super nervous, I don't like to come on, this and this and that. But I guarantee you that the common, everybody says it is, I was so nervous. It was easier. Like I do work presentations more than I was scared for coming and doing this thing. And it's like, once they leave, they're like, oh, that was so simple. Like I had a good time. Like, so if you're scared, don't be. Come on, join us. Yep. We want to hear all about your story.
And if you're scared, we can tell you we've taken shots with our guests prior to the show just to go ahead and loosen up. So if you are nervous, you want to take a before show shot, we'll be more than happy to do that with you as well.
You never know.
But definitely, yeah. So guys, make sure you're reaching out to us if you are interested. We go ahead and reach out to several people each week to try to get them scheduled. We're excited to go ahead and see what FiGPiN has coming for us in the next week. And we'll go ahead and be here to go ahead and chat about it next week. I hope that someone has at least screenshotted Battle. Can you go ahead and tilt your head to your left? There you go. If you can screenshot that and go ahead and give us another meme, we would love to go ahead and see what we can come up with this time. But yeah,
I was thinking about this too. If anybody that was at Emerald City Con doing battles if they recorded their screen, if y'all wouldn't mind, either send it to me, tag me in it, make a post and just tag me in it, something. I would really love to see a few things on it. Just one, was it different? What was the check-in process like? When you go to the arena screen itself, did it say ECC arenas? Was it just arenas one? Just a lot of the smaller details that for some reason excite me. So if you guys have some videos of that you might have taken, definitely let me know. Tag us in it. I'd love to see how that went down. And yeah, I think that was really neat.
Awesome. Very, very cool. I guess I'll put it out there in the ether again. I just got thank you, Jay Nelson. I just got the screen grab for your little Super Saiyan hair you got going on. But
thanks, Lou.
And I totally forgot now what I was going to say too.
My hair distract you?
Yeah, it did distract me, man. It definitely did distract me.
It's tequila hair.
Very cool. Yeah, guys, look, it's been an awesome night. We're excited that we were able to go ahead and come on. We do apologize that we missed last week. But please go ahead and share, like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. We're here every Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Battle. We even have a Twitter account, I believe, right? Battle. I think
we got a Twitter.
Someone out there. Yep. So go ahead and look at those social medias. We go ahead and try to share fun stuff and as much news as possible. Some places to hit up: FiGPiN fans Discord page. You have FiGPiN chasers. You have What the FiGPiN, obviously, on Facebook. FiGPiN boosters, where we originally started this show. Yeah, I mean, and then don't forget to go ahead and support the retailers. Lots of amazing people out there going ahead and supporting the community. So go ahead and show your love to them by purchasing from those retailers, guys.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm excited to see some of the latest drops and exclusives for them. I have a feeling that we'll probably get some upcoming in the next couple of weeks. Man, I'm always just blown away by what the retailers do. They do such a good job between either their pin setups, their whatnot shows. I mean, the things that everybody does differently is really pretty cool, and why I like this collection too.
Definitely. All right, well, guys, we will catch you next week. Again, don't forget to reach out to us if you would love to join us and talk all things FiGPiN. We definitely would go ahead and love to have someone that was at ECCC to go ahead and join us, so we can, kind of pick your brain and kind of get the inside scoop of what the con actually looked like. But we also go ahead and would have anyone on the show. Battle, it's been absolutely phenomenal, my friends. Thank you so much. Have a great time in Mexico, and good luck with all of your paperwork that you have going on there.
Thank you. And for anybody out there that likes to give a little prayer, let's pray for me that I have an offer on my house going through right now. It's going through all of its appraisals, inspections, all that stuff. So hopefully that sells out in Albuquerque. Get that done. Hopefully all the stuff in Mexico goes well. Hopefully my job doesn't care that I'm gone for so long. And we'll just keep tackling it day by day.
Very cool. Definitely, man. Well, best of luck with all that. Guys, you know it. I already see some people. So Austin and Frozen, thank you for going ahead and reminding us. Battle, I'll let you do the countdown. We will catch you next time, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you all for watching. 3, 2, 1.
Boost awesome.
Battle awesome.
Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.